The reason why people no longer believe in karma anymore is because of today's world powers, which are the European nations. Their success came from lying, looting, stealing, breaking treaties, and taking advantage of people's hospitality. And when we look at how they've literally destabilized the entire planet just to sustain their civilizations and have received no consequences for it whatsoever, most people just go, okay, well, karma doesn't exist. And the only way that I can become successful is by becoming some type of psychopath or some type of narcissist or some type of sociopath. The only reason why people with those type of qualities are able to become successful today is because we're in the Kali Yuga cycle. And for those of you that don't know what that is, I'm going to explain it. The Kali Yuga cycle, aka the Iron Age or the Age of Darkness, was a period of time that kicked off 6,000 years ago, which is around the same exact time that the European archetype emerged into this earth. And this was prophesied to happen tens of thousands of years ago. Now let's see what the prophecy said about this age, which we're currently in right now, and is actually coming to an end in our lifetime. In Kali Yuga, wealth alone will be considered the sign of a man's good birth. Proper behavior and fine qualities, and law and justice will be applied only on the basis of one's power. Does that sound familiar? Men and women will live together merely because of superficial attraction, and success in business will depend on deceit. Does that sound familiar? Womanliness and manliness will be judged according to one's expertise in sex, and a man will be known as a Brahmana just by wearing a thread. A person's spiritual position will be ascertained merely according to external symbols, and on that same basis, people will change from one spiritual order to the next. A person's propriety will be seriously questioned if he does not earn a good living, and one who is very clever at juggling words will be considered a learned scholar. That sounds like today's politicians. A person will be judged unholy if he does not have money, and hypocrisy will be accepted as virtue. Marriage will be arranged simply by verbal agreement, and a person will think he is fit to appear in public if he has merely taken a bath. A sacred place will be taken to consist of no more than a reservoir of water located at a distance, and beauty will be thought to depend only on one's hairstyle. Filling the belly will become the goal of life, and one who is audacious will be accepted as truthful. He who can maintain a family will be regarded as an expert man, and the principles of religion will be observed only for the sake of reputation. As the earth thus becomes crowded with a corrupt population, whoever among any of the social classes shows himself to be the strongest will gain political power. Losing their wives and properties to such avaricious and merciless rulers who will behave no better than ordinary thieves, the citizens will flee to the mountains and forests. The citizens will suffer greatly from cold, wind, heat, rain, and snow. They will be further tormented by quarrels, hunger, thirst, disease, and severe anxiety. Does that sound familiar? That's happening all over the world. The maximum duration of life for human beings in Kali Yuga will become 50 years. I think this is talking about the average life expectancy of the world. I don't think this is saying that you'll only be able to live to 50. I don't know. My dear king, all these kings who tried to enjoy the earth by their strength were reduced by the force of time to nothing more than historical accounts. What it is saying is that all these nations that were able to acquire their success from fucking people over and torturing people and lying and backstabbing and thievery, all these nations are going to fall and they're going to be reduced to completely nothing. And this stuff is going to happen in our lifetime. We will be the first human beings that will get to experience heaven on earth without being a shitty person and without fucking people over. So don't think that you have to become some type of narcissist or psychopath or sociopath to get by in life, because all that shit is coming to an end in our lifetime. So work on yourself and focus on your spiritual evolution. While you're doing that, just do whatever you have to do to survive and keep going. But all these people that say at the top of the world, all of them are going to fall because they got their success in an illegitimate way. But before things get better, they're going to get way worse first. The people in the East know way more about what they're talking about than the people in the West. But because the Western world is more materialistically successful, We don't give a fuck about what they say in the East when they're right about everything. Just because they live in extreme poverty doesn't mean that they don't know what the hell they're talking about. It's just we're in the Kali Yuga cycle, so everything is backwards. And this is why I tell you guys that Western astrology is a lie. Just because everyone uses it doesn't make it true. Vedic astrology is the only true form of astrology that exists. And I know this because I used it myself to heal myself internally. And if you'd like to learn about it, I wrote an entire book on it called The Light Within. You can find it on my website, isaiah47.net, and have a great rest of your day.